So Mr. Salve, let me ask you, you've looked at this Maharashtra matter very closely. This time around, if you were to advise the speaker or the governor, what would your advice be?
It depends. I'm not fully familiar with the facts. But I would say you have to follow the law as you find it. And if it is the legislature party which has to give you, if the legislature party has broken down the middle, you have to go by numbers till the disqualification is over. That's my personal...
At what stage does the disqualification kick in?
Well, I suppose they should have... This has happened day before, right? The swearing in.
Yesterday.
Yesterday the swearing in has happened. I'm surprised the disqualification petition has not been filed today.
Okay. And
they could have been filed today, heard in 10 days, 15 days, and the speaker decides what to do.
And do you think, now let me come to the political part of it. Many people are speculating on whether or not, and you've seen politics, so don't call yourself just an observer. Your father has been a very well-known politician, minister, what have you. So you've been in the thick of things. I want to ask you tonight whether you think that this is Sharad Pawar looking away, virtually giving his blessings to this split.
I have absolutely no way of answering that. And you're right, I have been seeing politics from the front row, but whether you have a seat in the first row or in the sixth row, you're still audience. So I'm still an observer. I watch. God knows whether this was done with Mr. Pawar's blessings, whether this happened because of the potential change in leadership of the party, or whether it, for a bit of both.
Considering that while we are talking, there is no disqualification application which has gone in, does that give you reasonable doubt?
Not really.
Not really?
Not
That's
really.
Neither here nor there?
Yeah. I don't know, because I don't meet any of these people, as you know, beyond...
Unless they approach you to fight their case.
Praful is a friend. I meet Praful, we discuss cricket, we discuss weather, we discuss all sorts of personal trivia. We never talk politics, other than he's giving me a bit of gossip here and there. So I have no idea whether this has been done.
So were you in the know that he was making up his mind to change over?
Yesterday, I got a call from a friend saying, have you seen what has happened in Maharashtra? I was recovering from jet lag. I said, no, I haven't seen. So I put on the NDTV app, and that's where I saw it.
And you didn't know?
No idea at all.
We spoke about the governor's office, and you think that it hasn't really outlived its utility as of now. What would you say about the Tamil Nadu governor, who dismissed a minister through a letter and within a few hours put that decision in abeyance? What would you talk about this? Overreach?
It's a folly of his ways was seen very soon, and his heart is in the right place. It's really a challenge to Indian democracy to see the way it is going on. You have people who are arrested, who the courts have denied bail, so there is obviously a prima facie case against them, and who continue in high office. Now, does the Constitution have answers for this? When the Constitution makers wrote the Constitution, they never thought people who were prima facie guilty of commission of offences would occupy high office. So the whole thing is completely out of sync with the spirit of the Constitution. Yes, of course, we accuse all governments of foisting false cases, but that's what the courts are there for. And if prima facie you're found... Look at the Hawala case. The whole thing turned out to be hot air. Those of us who are superficially familiar with the law knew that entries in a diary mean nothing. Entry in a diary is like me saying, I have paid you money. Is that proof against you? Certainly not. It may be proof against me if tomorrow somebody says, I have to explain. If I say I pay Navika ₹1 million, where did I get the million from? It can be evidence against me. Can somebody ask you, where is the ₹1 million? You'll say, what are you talking about? I haven't got anything. Is my diary entry applicable to you? No, it's simple as that. It's as common sense as that. There was no, evidence anywhere to show any corroboration. Why did the CBI file charge sheets? Because this is what happens in court-monitored investigations. The worst thing which has happened to India is court-monitored investigations, and I make bold to say so. In every court-monitored investigation, you have ended up with a disaster. The Hawala was that. It changed the politics of India. Where did you end up? Zero. But what happened in Hawala? Against everybody whom there was a charge sheet, resigned. And
that was old school politics.
Old school politics. Today you carry on. Today you want to be a minister in jail. So, you know, this the value system is different. Now, where you're trying to now square the circle by saying, how does this reconcile with constitutional exercise of power?
No, so my simple question to you, Governor of Tamil Nadu acted unconstitutionally or illegally?
Personally, no, illegal is a very strong word. He acted beyond his power because it is not within his power to sack a minister. I think he saw the folly of his ways and he corrected it. Is his anguish justified? I agree. His anguish was justified.
But hearts don't run
you're right.
systems and processes. So minds do,
so
and laws do.
And he corrected that. I think he must have taken it. He should have, perhaps in hindsight, even he must be feeling he should first have asked the Attorney General and then done it, rather than act on impulse.
So when